What is going on, guys? It's your buddy Double D bringing you a dual purpose video today. And today we're going to be doing two things. We're going to be doing a quick channel update and also going to do a little tips and trick for Diablo 3 starter level 70s. Now, quick channel update. I know I haven't been posting a lot of videos, but for those of you who know, I am planning a wedding that's going to happen in 4 months at mine. And I'm also just moved into a house. So there's a lot of little stuff that's getting taken care of around the house, painting, things like that. And obviously the wedding is sucking up all of my time. So wedding, house, plus full-time job equals not quite as much time as I would like for my YouTube videos. But within the next couple of weeks, all of the wedding planning should be done. And Destiny's obviously coming out. So there will be a lot new Destiny videos going up. Beginner guides, tips and tricks, multiplayer, gameplay, you name it, I'll be doing it. If there's anything in particular you guys want to see, just leave a comment. Let me know. I got a request to play some Last of Us. I'm going to try and play some of that before Destiny comes out because I don't know if I'm going to be able to tear myself away from Destiny once I get that game. As far as everything else goes, guys, thanks for the subscribes. Make sure you're liking the videos, sharing them with your friends, tweet them, Facebook them, whatever you want to do. Just get them out there. I appreciate it. You know, you do those for my videos, and I will notice it, and I will come and hit you guys up on your channel as well. As far as the gameplay you're watching a little Diablo 3 gameplay with my Crusader, and I wanted to talk about gearing fresh level 70s because all of the videos that I've looked at on YouTube are videos of people who are like, okay, once you get all of the top tier gear, this is what you do. This is how you arrange it. This is the rotation you should go through. And that's great, but it doesn't help people who are just hitting level 70 who might not know how to bump their DPS up, or maybe they're dying a lot and they just don't understand why, or maybe they don't know what abilities synergize with each other, how to build these abilities off of subpar gear. So that's what we're going to talk about today. And the first thing I want to talk about is patience. Now, when you hit level 70, the first thing you're going to start doing are your adventure modes, and those are the bounties. Don't try and jump right into the torment stuff right away. Take some time, get some rare gear. You should not be running around with any blues. There's no reason to do any of that. It's easy to craft gear. It's easy to find it. Just do the bounties. Get everything up. And then once you get some rare gear, you can start looking at your stats. And once your stats start going up, then you can try a bounty. What I recommend doing is getting out there and going just one difficulty above. You can actually change the difficulty in game. You can go one up or one down. I recommend opening a Nephilim rift and going into that rift on whatever difficulty it is that you usually do. Fight through that rift because the rifts are a little more difficult than just the regular bounties. And if you're doing fine, go ahead and bump that up one notch. And if you do fine on that next level, swap the bounties over to that level. Start playing. So, for example, you're playing on normal mode. I forget what the next one is, but I think the next one's expert or hard or whatever. You know, bump it up to hard. And if you're doing fine on hard, play through the bounties on hard, and then try the Nephilim Rift on the next level, expert. And you kind of just fluctuate up and down to find that sweet spot for you. Now, what I'm talking about when I say the sweet spot is just because you can do something doesn't mean necessarily that it's the most effective. And what I'm talking about is clear time. This video is 30 minutes long. It took me 30 minutes just to clear one rift. You know, you look at videos of guys running around clearing rifts in 6-7 minutes, but that's because they've got all that gear. Now, Torment 3 is the one that I'm on right now, and for my gear and my abilities, this is the best rift for me because this is going to give me the most drops, and I can do it without dying too much. I think I'm probably die a couple of times in the video. I'm sure I do. But the point is, there gets a certain point where it takes so long that it's just not worth it. Now, the next tip I have for you is learn how to transmog your gear. Okay, that's the girl who enchants your gear. You can swap stats out. Now, the first tip I have for you when you're transmogging, I don't even know if I'm saying that word right, but if you're transmogging, you highlight the stat that you want to change, and then on PlayStation, it's square, and you hit square, and it shows you a list of stats that are possible replacements for that. It's kind of a random roll. You might get the stat you want, you might not get the stat you want. But go ahead, hit square, see, is the stat that I want on that list? Yes, it is. Very good. Let's go, boom, gamble, see what you have. Now, the other tip I have for you is just because your raw DPS says, you know, you're doing 200k DPS, that does not necessarily mean that's what you're doing. And that's for a couple of reasons. One, if we take a look at the Templar, he's got skills that stack. Let's see, for example, yeah, here, see, I died. That's what I was waiting for. He's got certain skills that synergize with other skills. For example, if I do my provoke ability, which I have on the bar, and I'll post a link in the description showing you my build, but if I do a provoke ability, it gives me a lightning damage as well, and if I undo my law, then it increases the critical hit damage bonus. And then obviously I've got my timed ability, Akrat's Champion, which just completely boosts everything. It boosts my wrath regen, it boosts my mana, my wrath regen, it boosts my attack speed, it boosts my attack power, it just boosts everything. So you usually save all of those for giant packs like this one, or elite mobs, or the Rift Guardians. Now, the other tip I have for you is stack certain type of ability. Go towards, let me rephrase this. Build your character towards one specific type of damage. So this Crusader is a fire-based Crusader right now. And I've got bonus to my, I think it's Fists of Heaven is the ability name. I've got bonus to my Fists of Heaven and damage on almost every piece of gear. And if I don't have that, I've got bonus to fire damage. And that actually increases my gear a lot. Increases my damage a lot more than just my raw DPS. The other thing that you want to do is you want to find what particular stat is increasing your damage the most, meaning not the base stats, not strength, intelligence, all that stuff is self-explanatory, but the substats like critical hit or critical damage bonus. I know, for example, my Demon Hunter was all about that critical damage bonus, and so when I got on my Crusader, that's what I was stacking as I was leveling, and I was just noticing that it wasn't increasing my damage as much as it was on my Demon Hunter, and I didn't know why until I found a piece with a huge critical hit bonus, and I noticed that really jumped my DPS up. So that means that instead of critical damage bonus, my Crusader needs to be stacking critical hit damage. Critical hit chance. Sorry. I haven't finished my coffee, so we're struggling today. But it's little things like that that you just need to pay attention to. You need to tweak. The other thing is, in these videos that you're going to be watching on YouTube, there's a lot of people, and all they're doing is just standing in place and unloading on these giant packs of monsters and clearing them in 3 to 4 seconds. Do not let that fool you. That is not how the game works. That's how it works when you've got multitude of just ridiculous amounts of DPS. That's so many words right there. I don't even know what they meant. But the point is, that's not how you should be playing the game. If you guys watched that elite fight the other a couple of minutes ago, I was rolling out of the way. I was running around. I was kiting them. I was making sure I was dropping my heals when I wasn't standing on the AoE damage that the boss spawned. These are the kinds of things that normal players will be doing as they gear up. I want you guys just to remember, do not get discouraged, because I'm going to be honest, when I first hit level 70 and I went out, I was like, oh man, Crusader isn't as awesome as I thought it was, because I'm getting my ass kicked on a regular basis. But that's not the case. I just didn't have the gear and I didn't understand the class. So give yourself some time to understand your class, figure out exactly what abilities you need to use or you want to use. And then once you've got some gear, once you've kind of tweaked things, you'll get a better idea of how fun the class is, because now I've got gear. I love my Crusader. It's great. I'm having a blast with it. If you want to stick around and watch the rest of the gameplay and me running around like a chicken without a head, feel free. If you do not want to watch that, the commentary is over, so you can just go ahead and skip to the end and watch me kill the Rift Guardian. Thanks for stopping by, guys. Make sure you hit that like button. If you have not already, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Share the video. Tell your brother, sister, mother, friends, everyone about this channel. help me get it out there. Hit me up on Twitter. There's a link to my Twitter below. Follow me, tweet at me, Facebook me, MySpace me, smoke signal me. I don't care. Just say hey, and I will talk to you guys later. Double D out.
I wish I could do that. Heal me. Can't move. My strength fails. My wrath is low. I grow weak. Our opponents may be strong, but I will not stand down. I'm injured. Heal me. I require more wrath. I'm injured.
path is low. Not yet.
Nothing more than a scratch.
Not ready yet.
Always wanted to fight some of these.
Not enough wrath. These wounds are deep. I enjoyed that.
The Rift Guardian has arrived.
Not yet.
I saw the light, but it turned me back.
Not ready yet. Patience. Not ready yet. Patience. Not yet. Patience. Not yet.
I do not fear pain.
I grow weak. I'm returning to town.